Hi, this is Leah, and this is week 8. This is our last week. And for this week's interactive advanced concept presentation topic, it is kinetic sand. So just some key concepts that we need to understand for this topic. The first one is what a polymer is. So this is a molecule consisting of repeating subunits, and these repeating subunits give it certain characteristics. So we can find polymers both naturally and synthetically they can be made. So some natural polymers are silk or wool, and then some synthetic examples are epoxy, Teflon, nylon. And one of the characteristics that a polymer has is viscoelasticity. So this is when a material has both elastic and viscous properties. So a lot of polymers are viscoelastic. And we will tie these in a little bit later on. So what do we need to do for this week? So we need a couple things: sand, dish soap, cornstarch, water, and then just some containers to combine these ingredients in. So the first step, we need to combine the sand and the cornstarch. Then in a separate container, we need to combine the dish soap and the water. And then we need to add this soapy water solution to the sand and cornstarch solution, and then mix these together to combine them to create our kinetic sand. So this was me just completing the experiment here. So I have my sand and cornstarch mixture, my soap and water mixture, and then I added the soap and water to the sand and cornstarch, and I stirred these to combine them. So what did we get out of this? What was the end result? So we got kinetic sand. Now I would say this isn't exactly like the store-bought kinetic sands that you might see, but it was similar enough in the way that it stuck together, and it was easily divided apart, and didn't just flow like regular sand. So why did this happen? So in this experiment, we are creating kinetic sand, as we know. And the reason why this is possible is because we are creating a polymer. So the kinetic sand is basically just made up of the sand and then the polymer. So we have the sand and we make the polymer through the other ingredients that we added, the dish soap, water, and cornstarch. All these elements together create a polymer, which then coats these sand particles. So typically sand is just, as you know, free flowing over each particle. So if you imagine dry sand at the beach, if you would pick it up and open your fingers, it would just slide through. But as we saw, kinetic sand is different in the fact that you're able to shape it and form it. So this is due to the polymer chains becoming either entangled with one another. So these polymer chains are long and they could physically actually become entangled, or the polymer chains are also attracted to one another through intermolecular forces. So these two components help keep those polymer chains close and next to each other, which causes the sand to be able to stick together and to be able to be formed into shapes and to be able to separate one hunk of kinetic sand from the other using the spoon, because there is that force that is due to the polymer being present. And that is all. Thank you.